Okay.
What is SG powder? SG means in the
Previous one? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So granule hardness effect. Depending on your granule, whether they are hard or soft, they would also impact so-called die compaction. As you can imagine, if your granule are very, very soft, you can easily deform them, right? So here we show the kind of hypothetical schematic. We have hard granules, soft granules versus medium hard granules. If we are hard granules, what people find is they're going to pack relatively lower density because they just rearrange a little bit. That's it. You cannot change the shape further, and they pack denser. They do not have so much cracking. They do not have so much deformation. Make sense? And even because they are not exactly sphere, they don't even slide against each other much. You see what I mean? Because they are hard granules and quite often not sphere. We're going to pack relatively uniform but low density. This is across, let's say, a palette. On the other hand, if we have so-called soft granules, what people find is across a palette, especially the palette has larger size or larger diameter. What people find is in the center, it packs denser. Around the edge where it meets the wall of the die, it has lower packing density. Why? Because locally you got friction. You got friction between the wall. And that is causing locally you have less of that force. And because of this non-uniform packing, quite often in sintering or even before sintering, you would have cracks. That's just the reality. Between the friction, the deformation, the complex interaction, we may have the center denser, the outside lower density, and when you release them, quite often crack. Spring back, they will crack. Okay? That's why quite often ideally, you want your granule, your artificially made secondary particle to be so-called medium hardness. Not too hard, not too soft. Not too hard. That hopefully gives you no crack, uniform density. Too hard granules gives low packing density due to the intergranule pores. The pores cannot be squeezed, cannot be filled in. Too soft granules give high packing density in the center, but may give you severe non-uniformity, which is also not what you want. Too soft, you think. On the wall, it's going to create a lot of friction, and near the wall, that you don't have enough pressure. And the medium hardness gives you the higher packing density that you want. Okay? Let's continue. Granule hardness can be changed by the way we disperse our powder. Actually, if we are talking about spray drying or somehow using solution-based process to make from primary particle to secondary particles using by binder or whatever, partially flocculate or slurry. Okay. So here we are showing the compact density versus pressure. Compact density versus pressure. We are talking about two sets. Okay. One set, open square, open circle. Open square, open circle are here. One set, it starts from a lower granule density. This 43 are for square and for circle. You start from lower granule density. Of course, when you compact, your overall density would be lower. This cross or triangle, these two start from higher so-called granule density. The granules are harder, essentially. The granules packed denser and the granules are harder. And of course, for the same pressure, they are higher density. Okay? They have a higher density. Do you see that? These two, they have a higher, they start with higher granule density, and when you pack, they pack overall higher density. Of course, for each of these sides, I have two different types of primary particles, like 420 or 106. 406, 20, and 106 particles. But the complex thing is that although if you start from the so-called higher packed granules, and they initially give you higher density, but quite often people find that these types of granules are maybe too hard. These types of granules are too hard. The result is that if they are too hard, the intergranule pores and the intragranule pores would remain, which means it's difficult as you apply pressure higher and higher, they do not go. They would kind of maintain their porosity. They become too hard. This one, if you look at the slope, it's actually going to take up even further. Okay? So in reality, this one may not be ideal because your granule, within your granule, your packing density is a little bit too high, which means your granule does not want to deform, does not want to crack, deform, and fill in the higher density, even though initially it has higher density. Okay? The other method is to use the polymers with either lower glass transition temperature or adding plasticizer. Remember, plasticizer is a small molecule with that water or other solvent that you add to polymer that makes the polymer softer, more behaving like a plastic, which effectively reduces glass transition temperature. Reduced glass transition temperature means at room temperature, if the glass transition temperature is much lower than T room temperature, means at room temperature the material behave not like a glass. You see what I mean? At room temperature, which is your typical temperature you're processing, if the TG you lower it to much lower than room temperature, your polymer behave more like a rubber, less likely a glass, which means within your granule, your particles can change shape, fits well. That gives you the reduce the hardness for your granule, so that allow it to change shape, allow it to fit, allow it to pack. That's the explanation. So here we are plotting relative density versus pressure. We are looking at three different types of recipe with different binder to plasticizer ratio. Different binder to plasticizer ratio. The square one, open square one, is at the top. The circle one, open circle one, is at the bottom, right? And the circle one has almost zero plasticizer. The circle one at the bottom has zero plasticizer, which means it doesn't have the small molecule to help it behave like a polymer, plastic. It's behaving more like a glass. That's why the granule appear harder, and because the granule appears too hard, for the same pressure, actually you pack lower density. As you increase plasticizer to make the polymer, the binder in between, behaving more like a plastics, more like a rubber, you allow the particle in particle to change shape, then for the same pressure we can pack to higher density. Okay. This is just another knob that we can turn to control the packing for our so-called granule or secondary particles so that we yield higher grain density. Okay.